Hello everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's actually not been that long since I made depends on what way you look at it, but today we're back at Hogwarts. I know everybody wants to see Hogwarts. That's what everybody's here for. Let's be honest, I try to play a different game and it doesn't matter what I play because Hogwarts is pretty much the only thing you guys care about. I'm kidding. But seriously, it's good to be back, and it's great to be here on the 6th year anniversary of Hogwarts. And yes, legitimately 6 years of Hogwarts building. I am still shocked, as I was the first year that we made a video, that we are even standing here on this map this many years later, and I'm still doing more shit to it. And yes, we are going to look at new stuff today. But first, I want to say that we're playing on the Switch because at the moment I can't actually upload my map to my realm because for some reason realms on Switch are dog shit all of a sudden. And with that also being said, there are some horrible rendering issues on the current version of Minecraft Bedrock. So if we're flying around to look at things and stuff doesn't just pop in, you know why. So with that out of the way, welcome back to Hogwarts. It's been 6 years, and usually we do one big renovation a year. But this year, I'm feeling ballsy, and I decided that we're just gonna do 2. And hell, maybe we'll do 3 at some point this year. So we put up the download at the beginning of the year for the revamp of the East Wing, which is, you know, this new building and new long gallery and the new greenhouses and the new bell towers and all that good stuff. And so far it's been received very well, and here's the beautiful rendering issues I'm talking about. And it's been received very well, so I'm very pleased and very happy you guys are really enjoying the new and improved Hogwarts design, and I really do believe it's very improved over the original East Wing design. But we didn't stop there, because I decided that I just wanted to torture myself just that much more. So we made more renovations and more changes and more stuff and everything, and who knows, maybe a new download will be out soon. So let's check out the first thing that changed since the download, and that is the Black Lake. So if you remember, the Black Lake before used to be 1 block deep. And yeah, I told you guys that I probably wasn't gonna ever change it, but I changed it because I didn't like the way it looked in a lot of the render shots that I had taken, because the water just looks stupid being 1 block deep. So now it goes to what would be Bedrock, but we replaced Bedrock with Podzol. So the lake is the lake is only like 3-4 blocks deep, but I don't know, it looks a lot nicer down here with we added all of these kelp blocks and stuff, and we added a bunch of fish. So there's a bunch of salmon and cod and tropical fishies and puffer fishies and stuff just swimming all over the place. But yeah, the lake looks a lot more lively now. Yeah, beautiful rendering, by the way. I've been dealing with this since the update came out. Just, hey, you want things to load? Nope, they're not gonna load. So yeah, that's the new lake. I'm sorry I can't show it all to you, but for some reason the game just hates me today. Oh, there it goes. So yeah, the task 2 still teleports you away to a different area so that you can experience task 2. It doesn't take place in the lake at all, but the visual obviously is a wee bit cooler. I would show you, but of course the loading taking forever is annoying. Oh, here's the giant squid, by the way. He's floating around in here as well. So yeah, that's new. It looks much better when you're just flying about and such. So another thing that is slightly new. I really hate that we have to do this. Yeah. Anyway, we changed the windows on the Great Hall, or the Grand Staircase Tower, excuse me. We did make changes to the front of the Great Hall too, and I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, the Grand Staircase Tower actually has windows that go all the way around, and they're not thick, dumb windows. They actually look like, you know, the Great Hall, or goddamn, the Grand Staircase Tower windows. One of these days you'll be able to see it. Look at this. Look at it. Like, look at this loading disaster. I know I'm playing on a Switch, but this is like ridiculous. It never used to load like this. So yeah, we changed the windows on the Grand Staircase Tower. We also changed the front of the Great Hall. It came to my attention that this front area was actually all one gigantic door. So, we made it one gigantic door. And I made it out of barrels because the door had a bunch of steel plates from the bottom to the top, and the barrels were pretty much the best option without making the door completely bulky. And I also changed the clock to be a bit more like the clock that is there, and less like a really ugly looking smear of colored blocks. We also changed the towers on the viaduct, so now they're much taller. It's a bit more in line with how the towers look in the Deathly Hallows. As you can see, they're much taller. They're not as tall as the Central Tower, and not as tall as the Watchtower, obviously not as tall as the Astronomy Tower, but a lot taller than they used to be. And then, without further ado, the biggest change, if we ever get there, because I actually don't know if I know exactly where we're going. Yes, okay. Once this loads in, you guys will be in for a hell of a shock. So at the beginning of the video, I talked about doing renovations. And obviously, you guys know me, you've seen me do a whole bunch of crap to Hogwarts that probably didn't have to be done ever. But this is another great example of that. So it's still a work in progress. We've been working on this for a couple of days, so it's not done, just to preface. However, there's still a significant amount done here. And if you've been following me on Twitter, you've been seeing pictures. Here it is. So the Hogwarts grounds have been completely redone. A fella named Chase and Belkov, and of course, we managed to figure out I guess you could call a terrain generator for Bedrock. It still takes a ridiculous amount of time to make stuff, but not nearly as long as it takes to do it by hand. So we redid, or I guess we used the machine, and I redid this whole mountainside. And all of this. The Quidditch pitch is going to be pulled out and redone and moved a little bit further that way, so it's not right here, because it's not supposed to be right here. But this whole hillside, as you can tell, has been hugely changed, and Hagrid's hut has been moved to not be 2 inches away from the Whomping Willow, because it's not supposed to be. His hut's not any different other than just it being moved. It's the exact same thing. We used a structure block to move it. So yeah, not much changes to Hagrid's hut. It's pretty much the same. Buckbeak is still the same Buckbeak. We didn't kill him. So yeah, there's a new path that leads down and brings you up to the stone circle, which is a new stone circle, a lot more detailed. There's the connector building, which is a lot more faithful to the design from the movies. And then, of course, the wood bridge, which has been also completely redone. It's not side to side crooked anymore, it's up to down crooked, mainly because doing these support beams was already a massive bitch while making it go up and down. So I couldn't imagine also having it go side to side, and I feel like that may have made it look way too crooked. I did make it substantially crooked, but it's still much less crooked than if I had it go both ways. And as you can see, the terrain here has also been redone. The terrain that was here before was actually the first attempt I ever had at terraforming land. So this was a much needed upgrade. And of course, the pathway that used to connect the suspension bridge area over to the Quidditch pitch has been removed because it's not supposed to be there, so it's no longer there. And this mountain that I'm looking at is completely new. I got rid of the 2 boobs and the ugly shitty mountain that was holding the owlery. We completely got rid of them because they were horrible and I've always hated them. And they had snow caps when no other hills had snow caps, even though there were other hills that were taller than them. They were just really bad. One of the first things I ever terraformed, and I hated them. And now we have a mountain that actually looks like the mountain that has the owlery on top of it. And speaking of the owlery, she's also up there. We put her there last night. She's not done on the inside, but it looks so much nicer than it used to. Oh, also, the clock tower was, the face was redone, as well as a bit of the roof, so it looks a lot better and more aligned to how it's supposed to. Before, in the download, this wasn't connected to this. I might have shown this in the last update video, actually, but I'm not entirely sure. So either way, clock tower, the terraforming, obviously a lot nicer. We're going to go through afterwards and add a bit more variation to the terrain, because right now it's just grass and stone, and I want to add like stuff like diorite and you know, stuff like that to make it a bit more visually appealing. But for now, it's just a whole bunch of terrain. There's this new tower here where the tunnel used to be that connected from this tower to that one over there by the Dragon Arena. Now we are going to make a tunnel that goes from this tower over to the Quidditch pitch. That way you can get over there from here instead of the old path that used to go around. I know it's a little bit less convenient, however, it's more authentic, so sorry. But authenticity takes the cake on most occasions. I'm not looking at you. Training grounds towers. But yeah, we did the stairs going up the mountain to the owlery. We're gonna work on the owlery interior maybe today. But yeah, so far it's empty in here. Got a great view though of the castle. You know, if everything loaded in properly, you'd be able to see a great view of Hogwarts and a great view of the grounds from here as well. You can see the Whomping Willow over there. The Whomping Willow is also currently sitting in the training grounds because we put it there as a little lull while we were redoing the area. So it's in its chamber secret spot at the moment, but it's gonna be moved, removed, obviously, because it's not supposed to be there. This was a little dummy of the tower that is now placed over there. And at some point I want to re-edit a bit of the actual training grounds ruins because I feel like they're a little outdated and could be a little bit better. So yeah, there's not much else, at least not off the top of my head. There are some other changes. I did have Chase redo the interior to God, what is it called? The Magical Menagerie in Diagon Alley, and I think a few other things have been updated to be just a little bit more up to date. Not really anything like lore-wise that we needed to fix or anything, like nothing that was inaccurate, I should say. Just stuff that needed updating is getting updated and stuff like that. So yeah, when the new download comes out, I'll obviously let you guys know. And yeah. So hopefully my map will be able to go back on its realm soon so that we can actually put it up for download, because right now we can't do that. So yeah, this is going to be a fun project for a little bit until we get everything redone. I'll probably make another video again when we redo the Quidditch pitch, so keep your eye out for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am really happy with how not only the Hogwarts itself has been, but the Hogwarts videos in general as a series on my channel. I know I made a joke about it earlier, but I really do mean it when I say that I can't believe the amount of support that my Hogwarts has gotten. I've met so many good people, and so many connections in my life have been made, and so many things that have bettered me as a person because of starting this project. And the fact that 6 years later I'm still sitting here working on it and making videos about it and showing you guys it and having you guys download it and enjoy it and send me messages about how much you like it and watching your YouTube videos of it and stuff like that. It's just, nothing is better than knowing that you made an impact in someone's life, even if it's the smallest little impact you could possibly make. This is a project that means the world to me because of how much Harry Potter means to me, and I'm so glad that I could share my passion with everybody else. And for 6 years too, that's a long time. That is a really long time. So thank you guys. For those that may be just stumbling on this video for the first time, or those who've been here since the first anniversary, or the second, or third, or fourth, or fifth, or any of them, you guys are great, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.